Speaking engagements, and I know our staff's got a little bit of that going on too, as well as some opportunities to get out and do some recruiting, especially later in the week. So good time for our guys. I think two-thirds of the week, two-thirds of the way through the season, just heading in November here, coming off a win, and time to get healthy and just go lay it on the line. Always focusing on getting better, and the guys I think have a good mindset about that. They have all season long, so excited for the rest of the season and what comes with it.
When does preparation for LSU start, or how's that factored into things?
Yeah, the staff will be working on that already with the game planning here today, and we'll get into practice by Wednesday and Thursday. We do have fall break at the end, so there's no classes at the end of the week. But give the guys get today away as far as the players concerned, and we'll get back into the weight room and do some stuff tomorrow.
Coach, how big was that win now that you had a few days to look at it, going into a bye week with what everyone's saying is a make or break game against LSU coming up?
Yeah, that's the way we're looking at every single one of them. Got to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and we preach that just as far as emphasizing strain, when it comes to just what we do every day, no matter what the situation is. But, now we're really in that moment. And, I thought we passed the first test as far as it being in that kind of time of being uncomfortable. And the guys really honed in on what they can control, and that was a lot of focus, all the work that's needed to prepare to be great on Saturday. And, we took a step. Continue to be a work in progress. We'll always be that way. I don't care how good you are. But I'm proud of the way that they have continued to respond each and every time and everything we ask them to do.
Do you have a further update on Cole? And then also just you've kind of used two guys in replacement of him at punt return. What do you see in punt return if he's not able to play?
Yeah, I don't have an update on him. That'll probably be later today. And then, with Ryan and Bach in particular, rotating those guys, really it's probably more about who we're comfortable with. There's a little bit with what we're trying to do specifically, but it's just Bach's someone we're very comfortable with, and rotated Ryan in there too. So both of them are guys we trust. Are
you looking to maybe settle on one, or do you like that rotation based on different situations in the game?
Yeah, I think Bach was the first one we threw out there. So. And some of it might just be the situation. Are we just looking to get it caught? Are we looking for an explosive play? Who seems comfortable back there? What's the week been like as far as those guys and their consistency? Cole's been that way, and that's why he was that guy. Up until we could play him. So, we're comfortable with both those guys.
Seems like the scope of this LSU game is you kind of already answered about like the win or go home type atmosphere that could be going down. I'm curious, how do you keep this LSU game kind of level and kind of keep your guys, like, even if from the outside it could be a win or go home in terms of the playoff, like how do you make sure you guys stay level and kind of the approach?
Yeah, whether that is what it is or not, that's how we're going to approach it, even though we really don't need to say too much in regards to that. We're just focusing on what we can do right now in the moment, and really honing in on, the kind of the mindset that you're only as good as your last play. You're only as good as your last game. And so take the things and learn from the Missouri game, just like we would everything else. But really we got to go out and play our best game that we possibly can against LSU. And, that goes back to the work that's got to be done between now and then. So the pressure is naturally going to be there for every game. We can't put added pressure onto ourselves. We just got to go out and play, be our best. That comes through confidence and in the prep that you put in.
Was crowd noise at all a factor in Tennessee? And then if so, what do you learn from it heading into another hostile environment in Tiger City?
Yeah, you'd love to say it wasn't, but I think it arguably was. I think there's right off the bat some issues with the snap count and things like that. So I think we worked into it. We'll continue to do the things in the week of preparation to mimic that and give us as many snaps as possible where you're really, relying on silent cadences and so forth, prepare for the hardest scenarios. And I felt like we did a good job of that, but, we got in the moment and we struggled, especially early on.
There was a pretty intense coaching moment you had with Rock Montgomery at the end of that game that was on TV. Kind of got up close to him. Just what was that about, and what was the message there?
With who?
2-minute
With
warning
Rock?
at the end of the game, yeah, with Rock.
Oh, at the end of the game?
Yeah. That drive was high, kind of running off the clock.
I don't even remember. I think I do remember. Just things that are happening, that you just want to be better at. Just the moments that, that we were going through, and I just felt like there was some things we could be better with how we were handling and being composed. And that's the expectation for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're on the field the first snap, the end of the game, up or down. We just want to, we've been emphasizing doing things the right way and playing to the standard, and that's what that was all about. But Rock's a great kid, gives everything he has to the program. So it's not specifically about him; it's just about everyone.
Coach, can you give your thoughts on the defense of the last few weeks and what Coach Wallach's approach has been?
Just stay the course, and I think you see success come with guys working together. I thought they did a nice job trying to piece it together, especially going to the Tennessee week. You're always disappointed, especially when you come out short. But I thought the staff did a nice job trying to simplify things, move some pieces around. We had to have a plan A, plan B, plan C for guys in case injuries presented themselves at certain positions. But there's been some cross-training of positions that I think guys really, you can kind of almost see that's going to be something that they might be down the road. I think we maybe envisioned that for some of them. We just have to get to some of those things sooner than what we probably anticipated, and that being right now. So the mindset, getting the shutout was big for them. We threw some guys back out there that maybe weren't in that drive at that moment, and that was important to me to get that shutout. Called timeout. I wanted to see what they were going to do so we could specifically get our feet in the dirt and play ball and try to preserve the shutout. So that drive was disappointing because we threw some new faces in and gave up, I believe, 3 explosives, and I think there was maybe only 4 in the total game, one before that. So, the expectation of 1 yard being too many is continuing to evolve, and that, giving up no points is what the expectation is for our defense. And so I thought we took a step in the right direction there. We got to keep building on it. The turnovers and getting those takeaways has been huge, especially the last 3 weeks. So, I love that about what they're doing too.
On Richard Young's long run, Ty Simpson almost matches him step for step, trying to make a block, I guess, downfield. Just how encouraging is that to see, and just what have you seen from him in just in terms of mental aspect?
Yeah, I saw that too, and not just Ty, but that was a great effort on his end, and we just got a lot of guys that just want it so bad for the team, and when they get their opportunities, and that was one for Ty, getting down the field, and he can run too, and we saw that. But just team players wanting to do everything they can to help their teammates out, and that was a great example for sure.
You give him a hard time about a quarterback blocking at all, or?
I'm going to be all about it. Okay. You got to be smart, right? But he's given great effort, and you're never going to take that away from those guys.
Thanks, coach.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Roll Tide.